Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of May 12th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Scorpio, here we are in Taurus season, and I'm going to focus a lot on the planets this week, even though there's a lot of minor aspects also taking place this week. This is just so that we have something to direct ourselves to, which Pluto, it just went retrograde last week, and this week it is semi-sextile with the North Node. So last week I was talking about how you should focus on where your energy is going, and with this direction on the North Node, you want to just make sure, are you focusing on that highest good? Because that's what the North Node is. Like, what is your highest potential right now? And is your energy going towards that, or is it getting squandering those billable hours somewhere else? Yeah, so there's that. The next day, that's on the 15th, on the 16th, we have a new moon in Taurus. New moon in Taurus is just gathering up all the information that we've got of this Taurus season and how we integrate it moving forward. What did we take away from this more grounded sign? Yeah. Then on the 17th, we have Mercury moving into Gemini. It is one of its home signs. It's the opposite time of the year from you, though, however, Scorpio. Yeah. Mercury in Gemini is where it wants to be. It's just also with that openness, sometimes it is a little chaotic. So communication may be a bit more chaotic right now. The next day after that, on the 18th, we have that Mars in Aries. It's been there for a hot minute. It's been kind of dominating the last few weeks. It's moving into Taurus, and then Venus is also moving into Cancer. These two signs are complementary, and they're going to soothe the energy that we've been rushing through right now. This is going to give us time to ground and integrate all of the movement that we've been basically picking up since the year of the horse kicked off anyways. So we'll see how it lands for you. And this week I'm using the Forager's Daughter Tarot. So let's see what we got going on for Scorpio. All right, so Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands reversed. It's saying that, Scorpio, it's like the direction that you are taking right now. Like, we talked a lot about how the energy of Pluto retrograde is asking us to figure out where we are directed. And so Scorpio, this week you might be noticing where you are putting a lot of energy into things that are wasting your energy. So Scorpio, this is just where you want your attention to be forefront, is where are you putting energy that is just draining you versus actually getting things moving for you. You got the Queen of Wands reversed, and yes, like, it's even like your dreams right now. Are you pursuing your highest passions because they're things that you want to do, versus are you doing them just because they're what you think you should do? I'll say that I've seen people who chase prestige just for the sake of chasing prestige, versus I have so many people that I see pursuing their passions just for the sake of their passions, and while they may not ever get the notoriety from it, they're truly living a life that is fulfilling them, versus I've seen people who are just chasing status and money and it's not bringing them that internal joy. So Scorpio, you just want to be honest with yourself. Is the way you're living, is what you're doing actually feeding you in that sense of like fulfillment, versus this is just what I'm supposed to be chasing? Yeah. So that we don't get to a place of regret is what it also is saying there. The Knight of Wands. So again, you're in this phase of learning how to direct that energy, and that's what this week is all about. That's what this Pluto semi-sextile, the North Node, is about, is saying, hey, where am I putting my focus, and is this actually working towards my goal? An example, where I was living, I had the ability to turn my actual house, which my house was only 300 square feet, but I put in a loft so that it could be this space that I turned into my working studio. And after I had built the loft, I put in all of this energy to build the loft, and I was even teaching. I led the cutest little yoga classes in that space. But something shortly after those few classes was like, I don't even want to use this space like this. I need a studio, sure, but it's not going to be this space. And then I went back to teaching in the more communal spaces, indoor communal spaces, which are bigger for one, or teaching outside, which is my favorite way to teach people, is teach yoga out in nature. And then even my Reiki clients, I built it so that I can take clients in there, but I still preferred to take them to these other spaces that were already designed for communal things, or outside, because those are my two spaces. So I had all of this energy that I put into my living space, which, giving myself that freedom to open up my little 300 square foot box for my mini nighttime dance parties and things like that, or just for art in general, was great. It just wasn't the purpose that I had built it for. So Scorpio, just find the purpose and the drive for whatever it is that you're doing, yeah? 9 of Swords. Oh my goodness. So for you, Scorpio, 9 of Swords is saying that you have to be open, and it's that Mercury moving into Gemini. You have to open up your mind to things beyond your belief right now. The world, everything is possible, but you have to get out of that prison of your mind saying that this is 100% how it has to go, because the more you can open up to beyond that possibility. And I'll even say this was a thing that my time as a manager too, there'd be times where I had a hard, it has to be done this way, it cannot work another way. But there were always newer, other ways to do things. And I just had to continue to open and receive to that possibility of things being different. So Scorpio, continue to reopen the potential for things to change in your life, so that when new opportunities come, you're able to direct into that focus. Yeah, that is what I have for you this week from the tarot. Scorpio, is that, yeah, you just have to redirect and be open to those redirects as they happen. Don't lock in so hard to things having to go a certain way. And we're going to soften this with a Rose Oracle card. So let's see. All right, we'll go with this. All right, so Whispers. One more time. Do this. Whispers of the Mother. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. So for you, Scorpio, being in this creative space, because most of my Scorpios are creative people, whether you think of it or not, creativity doesn't have to be you're actually doing physical, tangible art all the time. Picking out your clothes, choosing what you eat and how you plate it, that is art. Every day we're doing art, we just don't know it. But Scorpio, to be creative is to continue to open that mind to new possibilities of what you are creating. That is what this card reading was leading up to and through, is your creative drive in this lifetime. So Scorpio, that's the priority, is make sure that you're open in a creative space and don't fix and hone things on. It's those happy little trees that come from happy little accidents that Bob Ross was always doing. So be open to those happy little accidents leading to those happy little like outcomes. Yeah. That's what I have for you this week, Scorpio. I hope that helps. I do hope that you find ways to really be open to the possibilities that are there for you if you are, willing to see them. And I'll see you next week. Bye.